2007 for the mayor's race. And some people say that was too ambitious. Why are you trying? You gotta start small, you gotta start slow. He said the same thing about Barack. You're gonna hear a few references back to Barack. Too young, why don't you wait a little while, you know, work your way through the system. And the reason I did it was because so far I'm the only one that knows all these people block by block. And in 2007 when I announced, and everything is spiritual, so if it was God's season it would have manifested, but with 20 black neighborhoods organized, if at the same time the people I knew in all 20 zip codes could have stood up, it would have happened. But we call it BL. BL stands for Black Light. That's the trauma that's hitting us from you name it. When BL hits you, it's hard to do anything activist or anything to help others because BL got you. And that's what happened in 2007. BL got our people. We didn't get enough signatures. It was me, Dwight, Doc Walls, and someone else on the ballot. I stayed there for over a month. And then on my birthday, that's when they went on and got me out the ballot. But what it did, and what I told a few people that was out there helping us get petitions, there's no losing because of National Block Club University. We block by block organize no matter what. So it's just a difference of saying sign this petition versus what block you live on and what are you going through and how we can link you together. There was no difference between that. So it wasn't a loss in going out there organizing. Well, since then, 2007, we did the same thing for this same seat, the 32nd district. And we had a good team together, but I can be honest with you, we did not have this many people at the announcement. Tia and my family over there was the only ones at the announcement. We had about 8 people, so this is this is a step forward. And we fell short in that race because the incumbent, Andre Chapetti, a non-for-profit person who shouldn't have been in the political arena, and 4 other people all challenged my petitions. I had, you know, we had a different address, so they played the political game and they knocked me out the ballot as well. That's what Mike was talking about. And what I've learned from that, and Algie is a veteran at it, so he even gave me some pointers on how to play the political game in Chicago.
That's right.
Chicago politics is different. And it's gangster, and it's hardcore, and it's all hardcore. So anyway, right now as it stands, and I don't have to go into all the problems that we face. We all know from the murder rate, but I will tell you, Afghanistan, we just had the most deadliest month ever of U.S. troops there. We had 30 people murdered so far, and it's July 25th right now. In last month in June, we had 45 people shot to death in Chicago. So we had 15 more murders in Chicago. And right now, CNN, they screaming about the murders of U.S. combat soldiers in Afghanistan, which is at 30 right now. We had 15 more in the city of Chicago, where each one of us dwell. Straight bullets just hit a young boy 65th and Green over here. So I want everyone to look around and recognize that we are living. Correct me if I'm wrong, we living in a war zone.
That's right.
War zone. 15 more murders for us and troops in the real war zone with troops on the ground. I say that because that's my passion, is from Cabrini Green years ago. I was from my father, Cabrini Green, wondering why was blacks killing each other. And this was back in 79, 60. Well, that's when I started noticing. I was 4 years old. But no one could explain to me why we was killing each other. And I remember asking God to help me grow up to be able to do something about this murder. And joined the military in '92, traveling to Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Africa, United Arab Emirates, seeing how other cultures was living, really put it in my spirit that, man, we can do this. We can change. We can make some changes on the ground if we get organized. And so I took the concept the military had, the Navy, a real strategic, pragmatic approach to getting organized. Every person on that ship, 3,000 people on the ship, has what they call a rating. And the rating says what you are, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a clerical person, whether you are aviation, you change the tires, whatever your role is, everyone has a role to play and each role is important. And so I took that same concept, came back in '96 and started on the west side organizing with the same approach. Every person is valuable and brings something different to the whole in our neighborhood. So where we at now, you fast forward it now, with the murders, with the HIV, obesity, lead poisoning, we can go on with the problems we have. You have to ask yourself, who's organizing us to deal with those issues? Now, Chicago is gangster, we know that. We had 20 black aldermen. We got 19 right now. One ward, the second ward is Peretti. He's the only one that's mainly in the black area that's not occupied by black. But we have to ask ourselves, if we're more dangerous than Afghanistan, what are our politicians doing about that? Yet, I've yet to see all the black aldermen come together and call a summit for us in our community and say, time out, what's going on with us? We dying more than anybody else, but not one summit to bring us together and say, what are we gonna do about it? Instead, they send you the cops. So just go to the cops meeting. That's easy, that's too easy. There's no political courage with that. Because all you're doing is just sending them in a system that unfortunately is our elders giving the police the authority to go get our young people. Instead of solving the root of the problem, you just had elders giving the police the audacity, the community green light to go and harass the boys. Not dealing with the root of the issue. Why are they on the corner? You know what I mean? Well, let's look at the bigger picture here. Who benefits when we lock them up? The people downstate in Centralia, Vandalia, Illinois, who saying, send us your prisoners. That's what they say. They say, yeah, keep our prisons open. We need them. That's how we send our kids to school. And our black politicians here just keep giving the green light to it. The mayor just recently changed the ticket. When you get your parking tickets, from 2 tickets, it was 5. Then they brought it down to 3, now it's 2. All the black aldermen gave the green light to that. Right. All the black aldermen said yes to that. He introduced it, then he backed away from it, and he tapered it in with some other stuff so that they can green light. He gave us an amnesty. And all of them said, okay, well at least we got an amnesty. So okay, we'll go along with it since it's 6 months later. But the same end result, 2 tickets, they boot your car, tow it, and take it away. My car was booted and taken back in 2001, and it was taken away and towed by one of the mayor's friends who owned the tow company that ended up selling my car. You know, it's just a mess. Wow. It's a mess. It is. But my point of all of that to you guys is our black leadership has not represented us.
That's right.
That's right. That's my whole. That's right. I have a whole list of stuff I can go through in terms of just proof that they haven't represented us. Now, Barack was the only person that I really got inspired by, because he was not supported by the current black leadership in Chicago. Please, make no mistake about it. They jumped on the bandwagon later. But exactly, once it was safe to come. But originally, he was out there doing the grassroots approach that you guys spoke about, that what we do. Out there knocking on doors, hearing from the people. See, when you knock on the door, it's a whole nother arena. You hear everything, you on the front line, and just think about it. We're in the most dangerous city, so when you're knocking on doors, you're knocking on